Good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed greenhouse effect. In today's class, we will discuss oxygen cycle. Oxygen is the most abundant element on our earth. It occupies 49.5% of the total mass of total mass of the earth's crust, water and atmosphere. Among the gases of atmosphere, oxygen occupies only 21% of the total gases in the air. And we know 78% of total gases is occupied by nitrogen in the atmosphere. After nitrogen, the next largest occupying gas in the atmosphere is oxygen only. So the second largest gaseous component of atmosphere is what? Oxygen. But the most abundant element on the earth's crust, water and atmosphere together is oxygen. Okay, right. And in which forms this oxygen is found on this earth and in the atmosphere? Oxygen is found in two forms: elemental form in the atmosphere, combined form in the earth's crust, that is outer part, and in the air in the form of carbon dioxide. Okay, in the earth's crust, in what way the combined, in which way the oxygen is present in its combined form? In the earth's crust, oxygen is present in the combined form as oxides of metals and silicon, as carbonates, as sulfate, nitrate and other minerals. So, are these the only parts in which oxygen is present? No, oxygen is present in living organisms also. Oxygen is one of the essential structural components of most of the biomolecules. What are biomolecules? Carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, fats, etc. In all these biomolecules, oxygen is present as one of the important structural component. So, what is occurring in oxygen cycle? In oxygen cycle, oxygen from the atmosphere is used up in three processes. First one is combustion, that is burning of various materials with the help of oxygen, that is combustion. Second one is respiration. Inside the living organisms, in each and every cell, respiration is carried out to produce energy, that is the second process. In that also oxygen is used in most of the organisms. And third one, oxygen is used up in the formation of oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, etc. And oxygen is returned to the atmosphere by only one process, that is photosynthesis. See, oxygen is reaching the living organisms or into the biosphere in three processes. What are they? Combustion, respiration, and in the formation of oxides of nitrogen. Whereas, how oxygen is returned back to the atmosphere? By only one process, that is photosynthesis. So, if we observe the oxygen cycle in a cyclical manner, how is it taking place? Let us see. Right? First, the atmospheric oxygen, it is entering into respiration. In respiration, along with oxygen, what is the major substrate that is used? Glucose. So glucose and oxygen both are used in respiration. In respiration, along with the production of energy, carbon dioxide and water are produced. And we know that carbon dioxide and water are the chief ingredients in the photosynthesis process. So this carbon dioxide and water, they are used in photosynthesis, and by photosynthesis what is produced? Glucose is produced. Again glucose is produced, right? Again it will be utilized in the respiration. And in the photosynthesis process, which gas is released? Oxygen is released. So by photosynthesis, again oxygen is moving back into the atmosphere. This is how oxygen cycle is operated. Oxygen is an essential element or component for the respiration of aerobic organisms. What are aerobic organisms? Aerobic organisms are the organisms that carry out their cellular respiration by using oxygen. So organisms in which cellular respiration is carried out by using oxygen are known as aerobic organisms. Most of the living organisms are aerobic organisms only. So for them oxygen is very essential. Without the oxygen, without the presence of oxygen, they die, right? Okay. And oxygen is the life for this aerobic organisms. And oxygen is not an essential element for the respiration of anaerobic organisms. What are anaerobes? Anaerobes or anaerobic organisms are the organisms in which the cellular respiration is carried out without the use of oxygen. There are some bacteria. Okay, there are some bacteria that live or that carry out their cellular respiration without using oxygen. And even oxygen may be harmful for their survival. See, for aerobic living organisms, oxygen is the life, whereas for certain anaerobic organisms, oxygen is poison. It is very harmful for their life. Such bacteria may even be poisoned by the elemental oxygen. And we have learnt about biological nitrogen fixation. While explaining the nitrogen cycle, nitrogen is made available into its usable form to all living organisms, especially to the plants, in the form of nitrates and nitrites, which is known, and this process is known as nitrogen fixation, that is carried out in two ways: biological nitrogen fixation and physical nitrogen fixation. These are the two natural ways of nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation is carried out by certain special bacteria which are living in symbiotic association in the root nodules of the legume plants. Example of such bacteria are rhizobium. This rhizobium, it fixes the nitrogen in the anaerobic conditions only. In the anaerobic conditions only. So the nitrogen fixation process is carried out by these bacteria in the absence of nitrogen, because they cannot fix the nitrogen in the presence of the oxygen. Okay. Nitrogen fixation process does not take place in the presence of oxygen. It takes place in the absence of oxygen only. Because if we think that oxygen is always useful for all the organisms, then we are wrong. Oxygen is harmful for the survival of certain living organisms, especially for the anaerobic bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria, for the process of the nitrogen fixation. Okay, with this oxygen cycle is completed. In the next class we will discuss about the ozone layer. Okay, thank you.